So you're re-recording your whole debut album. How does it feel to re-record something that you did so long ago?
It's good. You got to drop the key a bit because you can't sing as high as that. But yeah, it's really fun, man. And like those songs we did when we were 16, 17, and I think we've learned a lot as like a band and musicians and producers. Like we've produced the whole thing ourselves, this re-record. So it was nice to kind of use the tools that we've learned over the past 10 years and apply them to the first songs that we ever released.
Yeah.
Really
so would you say these are improved?
I think they're different, but like we're so proud of that first album as well, like in that form. It was a moment in time and it was such a special album for us, and I think we love going back. There's such a sense of nostalgia, and the people who produced it and were involved were amazing. So it's still like the recordings still hold up really well. I think we weren't doing it because we were like necessarily trying to improve, because we were so proud of it. It was more just like, how would we reinterpret it now, and how would it sound now? Yeah,
and what is it like taking a trip back to the past? You know, you said it's quite nostalgic. It must feel quite.
It's actually weird. It's like it's more like kind of living in the present, because I feel like with these versions we've been playing live for the past 8 years. So like Somebody to You, for example, that's how we play it live, isn't it? So all these songs are just kind of what we've found works best with the audience, and we're kind of reimagining them that way. And also it was cool just to kind of like write in the studio together as a 4 jamming, and like that was really organic for us. We've never done that before, just 4 players jamming and then saying like, okay, cool, let's record it.
Yeah. So what is different in this new re-recorded version?
I think it's got like our DNA as a live band in more than the original recordings, because we pre-first album, like we hadn't really gigged as a band, so we'd done a couple of tours, but since the release of the first album we went on tour after tour after tour, and I think we really developed our sound as a live band after that album came out, and like honed our style of playing, and like even like transitions and stuff, like Tris MDs, the tours, so we get to work really hands-on in how we want it to sound. I think we know how we sound as a live band, regardless of what the albums sound like. But we've never put that into a recording. So I think the difference is like this is really like our live sound and our DNA as a live band, but in a recording.
Yeah.
So especially for like people who haven't seen us live, like it's an opportunity for them to hear how these songs sound live.
But then we also wanted to like bring it back from the live. We produced it in a way that's kind of more
stripped back,
record like friendly, like if we were actually making a record, because it did sound really good. It sounded like we were playing a show, and then we were like, okay, what can we do to make it sound like a record? So that was really cool.
I think for a long time, like we never recorded as a live band either, and because we used a lot of like samples or live instrumentation that wasn't necessarily organic, purposefully, because we wanted to do that. But we were fans of artists that track live, and the drums would be tracked live and everything, and it would sound really clean and nice. And we never really tracked like that, and it was getting the right engineer and the right production of like, we maybe don't need to layer the drums in the same way because we've taken the time to get the sound right in the studio, so it feels more crisp on the recording. Do you know what I mean? It was just different to what we'd necessarily done before as a band.
Yeah. So this is like a fresh, crisp, new version of the Meet the Vamps album.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was good.
It's actually not just, it's like a collection of like our favourite songs. Yeah. So it's loads from the first Meet the Vamps album, but there's also like All Night and Just My Type, things like that we know the fans would love, so we put that on.
Yeah, and have you done this because it's 10 years, so 10 years of Meet the Vamps, you know, boom, here you go, we're giving you something you're going to love.
Yeah, and also, you know, we realised that it's been a while since our last original album, Cherry Blossom, so, you know, since that album, we've been in no rush to kind of like rush it, so I think this is a perfect, you know, checkpoint in the middle for the fans to enjoy whilst we're writing the next album.
Yeah. So what's the goal with this re-recording?
Celebrate like the 10 years. to kind of like lean into a bit of that nostalgia, but also to slightly reinterpret songs for the position that we're in now, and also, I think like the nature of the music industry and what we found is like it's been like a whirlwind, and I think sometimes it's nice to just pause and be like, this is what we've done, and to kind of relive those moments. But yeah, as I say, do them in a slightly different way, where as Brad was saying, like, and it's like slightly live sounding, and where we're at now as musicians and people. But yeah, I guess celebrating the back catalogue of the Vamps.
Cool. We'll leave it there. Thank you
That's
very
it,
much.
mate. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks very much.